So happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Actually, happy Tech Tuesday. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. I think I'm going to have to update my title there. I forgot to put Tech Tuesday on there. This is Tuesday, and it's Tech Tuesday. So welcome, 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 welcome. And catching me live. Make sure you tell me what part of the country you're chiming in from. If you're catching me on YouTube, um, give me a break here. I'm figuring out the YouTube thing. Really appreciate that. If you're over on Periscope, i.e. Twitter, and you're catching Twitter, feel free to comment, share, like, tweet, share the tweets for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. So anyway, just wanted to go over a couple of things with you. Some of my favorite home-based tools are tools that I use that I like to use around the business. If you're going to have a home-based business, especially with everything's going on now, what do I need to have? Do I need to have a big office? Do I need to have a big setup? Well, I'm actually sitting, and I move my office around the house. Just depends on where I feel comfortable. I actually have an office upstairs that's actually my office with a desk and a table and a book cabinet and things like that. And I've just been hanging out down here the last several lives. So just wanted to do that. And I may move, who knows, I may move upstairs tomorrow or whatever. I'm probably going to be up there. I'm getting interviewed in our 100K Inner Circle group tomorrow, which is going to be so much fun. So I'm probably going to go up there just to get a little bit better sound quality. Anyway, so what are some tools? I'm going to start out with one of my favorite tools, and I'm going to get into 8 others. Actually, this is the bonus tool that I'm going to give you first. If you would like 8 additional tools that every business owner has got to have if you're going to have a home-based business, is pretty much, and this isn't the all-inclusive list. This is just, some ideas to help you figure out what you need to do. Again, you don't need a big office. You just need a space to set up your stuff and go to work and do what you got to do. Now, the actual, and I'm going to give you a couple of tools that I actually use here. The camera that you're looking at here, it's a Logitech HD camera. I think I paid $60 for it at Best Buy, somewhere in that range. You can get a lot of little Logitech cameras. They're not very similar, so webcams, and they plug in with USB right into your computer. Now, if you have a Mac, there's an adapter that you can buy for the USB. It's a USB to Mac adapter that you can plug in and plug right into your computer to run your camera. So I tried to plug in this camera into my iPad with the adapter. It won't work because the iPad doesn't push enough power through to power up the camera. So it will work on laptops, and or if you have a Mac laptop, it'll work on that as well. But you've got to have an adapter to plug. It's a USB to Mac FireWire plug to plug into the side of your Mac, your iBook, your whatever the heck these things are called, the laptop computer. So you've got that. So I've got a webcam. I also have my iPhone that I use for cameras every now and then, and I've got a real cool adapter I'm going to show you here. And I've also got my iPad, and I have a tripod that I use for my iPad, which looks like this. So again, these are all options. I got this gadget at Best Buy, and it actually expands out, and I can actually put my iPad in this. I can actually put my iPad in this, and this is more for like when I'm going out somewhere and I want to shoot a really nice deal, and I can set my iPad in this, and I can mount this up and set it up high. And because it's a tripod, so I can set it up and I can mount myself, and I actually talk to my iPad. I would do that if I'm actually outside somewhere doing some work, or maybe I want to go on my back porch and sit down and do a live back there, or wherever. So my office is pretty portable. Maybe I want to go sit down at the park and do something there. I'd probably take my tripod with me to make it a little more accessible. The other tool that I have that's very, very cool is right here. This is what this light is. It's called my ring light. You can see this is a ring light. It's got this very cool clip on the bottom. It's got this little gadget here. If you can see it, this is actually what holds my iPhone. So I can actually put my iPhone into this clip, and it's expandable, so it squeezes. And this is adjustable. You can loosen. I can loosen this up, and it'll actually slide around. And then I've got this really cool ring light that I can adjust up, and it's pretty cool because it actually will adjust. If you can see this, I'm trying not to get it on the camera, but I can change. Of course, I can turn it off if I want to there, and then I can turn it back on, and then I can adjust the brightness on how I want it to be bright or not. And I can actually hook this up, and I can clip it onto a table, so I have a portable light with me so that I'm never in the dark. And then, of course, I would put my iPhone in it, and I can sit here and I can clip my iPhone right. You guys can't really see this on camera, but I can actually clip my iPhone into it, have my camera, and I can actually do a Facebook Live talking to my phone. So it's a very, very portable deal. I love taking this with me on trips. If I'm in a hotel room or something like that, I can clip it on a table, clip it on a desk, clip it anywhere, clip it on, and however I need to adjust it. And it's got a power source. It's a USB power source. So I can actually plug it into my laptop to get power for the light, or I can plug it into just a regular plug there. And you can see it provides a lot of light. It's very, very neat. It'll brighten you right up so you look good on camera. The other thing that you need is you need to have good lighting. If you're going to do a Facebook Live, if you're just going to have a home office, this works very well too. So you can actually put it down on to your keyboard if you want a little bit of light there. So you don't, maybe you're not necessarily doing a Facebook Live. You just want to have an extra light. This ring light is a very, very cool tool. If you'd like I would suggest ordering one of these. I actually got mine from Rank Makers, which is very, very cool. And I like it. It's very durable. It's very sturdy. It's very flexible. And it's got a lot of glare going on. So I'm actually going to dim it just a little bit here and get it into the little more of the yellow. Then I'm going to turn it down so it's not quite so bright. There we go. So that's a couple of my tools. Like I said, my Logitech that I've got sitting behind me right now is actually on a little tripod camera, and I can actually move it up and down. And I got it setting up about this far up above the back of my iPad. That's why I'm looking down here and I'm looking back up here, but my camera's right here. And of course I'm using my software. So home-based business. So let me go through these real quick. I've got a list somewhere, 16 tools. Hopefully you guys will go along with me here and keep up. So the first, I don't know what's all this pop-up stuff. So the first tool is very important. We talked about just sort of some of the gadgets, and they're not required. It's just you definitely, if you're going to do a Facebook Live or you're going to talk about stuff, the cool thing about this, say for example, maybe you have a cooking show that you like to do, the ring light would be very cool because you actually take it in, you can set it up, you can mount on your tripod or whatever you need to do, very neat. And then of course there's those other ring lights that are cool that you can actually buy, and you can put a camera inside and do the ring light stuff. So let's get back to some more of the non-techie fun stuff. Maybe you're just sitting at home and you want a home office. So first of all, for your home-based business, if you're going to run a business at home, you need to set your office hours. One of the things that I do when I was actually running my advertising and social media business at home is I would get up in the morning. I still do that. My wife gets up, I get up. And even, when I'm not working on my full-time job, I get up in the morning and I get ready for work. So one thing I would suggest is if you're going to work from home, set your business hours. If you sending the kids off to school, which isn't going on right now because everybody's on lockdown, but still get up, do what you do, let your kids know that, hey, mom or dad's getting ready to work. These are my office hours. Just like I'm not at home, these are my office hours. And this is the time I've got to work. If you got a corner over in your house, you've got an extra spare, space in your bedroom or whatever it is. I'd also recommend making your space non-distractible. In other words, find a place in your house that's not cluttered up, that you can focus on. Get you maybe some kind of little speaker for some music that might help you out. Listen to some music. I like to listen to music while I'm working or doing prospecting or whatever it is. So very, very important that you do that. I'm actually going to jump over here and jump over to my iPad in case you guys are making comments. I can see them popping up here because I'm actually on a different screen. I probably could have done a screen share, which I probably still do, I think. We'll figure it out here. Give me a second. So set your business hours, the hours that you're going to work. Oh, there we go. I can see myself. And I'll pull this up, see if I got any comments. Open up this, open this up, and slide across there. There we go. There we go. There we go. So, hey, Rick Karina, thanks for swinging by. Hey, Devon, thanks for swinging by. I really appreciate you guys. Hey, Lamont, thanks for jumping on. So let me scoot this iPad up here. And you can see I've got all kinds of gadgets here, so I can do my live up here, and I can do this down here, and I can read the notes off this. Again, I'm going to go through 8 things that you need for your office, your home-based office. I've talked about a couple of gadgets already. And in addition to that, I've got another 8 that you're absolutely going to love, that if you really want to work from home, if you're just getting started out, might give you might help you out. So have an office space, wherever that space is. Like right now I'm sitting literally at my dining room table, and when I want to, I can pick up everything and I can move it up and go right upstairs. I can sit down upstairs in the office, or I can move over here to the other side of the room and set it up on the coffee table, wherever I need to set up, where I just feel like chilling out. Sometimes I'll set up on a coffee table, turn the TV on, turn the volume down, and just have something going on in the background while I'm working, just to feel like I'm not just in the space by myself. So if you're locked in the house right now with all your family and your kiddos, just make sure you let them know I've got office hours, I've got to work, and just tell them, hey, it's it's mom or dad's office hours. I don't come by and bug me. So that was actually number 2. So 1, have a space. Number 2, set up your office hours. Website. Now this is now with home-based businesses and things like that. Most network marketing companies have a website that comes with them. There's tons of gadgets out there that are available for websites. There's one-page websites. There's multiple websites. Before you jump down that I need a rabbit hole, I need a website rabbit hole, make sure you understand what the process and the purpose is for that website and how it's going to amplify your business. Websites, and a lot of people, you think that websites are there to design to generate business. They're not. Websites are not designed to generate business. Websites are like electronic billboards. They're designed to give people information so they can maybe move on towards a business decision. And that's a whole nother training deal about generating leads and creating interest and sending people down a funnel and all that kind of stuff for marketing, whole different ball of wax. But a website, if you're a home-based business owner, a website is there. Sometimes you get away with lead capture pages, things like that. My entire business, I've got a corporate website I don't think anybody's ever seen. And my entire, every single customer that I've ever had has never been to my website. They all come through me sending out personal information videos, following up, doing phone calls and getting them enrolled and giving them a personal access to their own personal customer dashboards, but they've never seen my website because all the information I give them is through videos and things like that. So you may or may not need a website depending on what you're doing for business. If you're running an accounting business, your website may be more of a bio about you. It may be more of a splash page that says that tells about a bio and has your work experience, which you could use a LinkedIn profile for that. You could use, if you really want to have a little bit of fun, you could create a YouTube channel, right? To say that you're an accountant or maybe you're a tax preparer, right? So you could actually create a YouTube channel that you could use for your website where you'd have a landing video, which would be your video says, hi, my name is XYZ tax preparer guy, and I can help you prepare your taxes and save money on taxes. And you'd have a description, and I've got a whole series of videos. I've got, videos on how to do this and videos on how to do that. And your website would basically be your YouTube channel that you could send people to get information for. And it would just be more of a how-to. Remember, YouTube is more of a how-to channel. It teaches people how to do stuff. So if you've got a real good sense of being able to teach people how to do stuff, maybe teach people how to save money, listen to an awesome training. I can't remember her name, but she's a tax preparer, and she just brought it home in terms of how to set up their business for tax write-offs and things like that. Very cool training that we had here last week from RankMaker. So very neat. A laptop computer of something. You need some type of computer to work with, an iMac, whatever it is, a MacBook Pro, some type of computer that you're going to run. I have I call it Big Blue. It's 17-inch. It's a 17-inch monitor. The cool thing about it is if I want to, I can actually screencast it to a bigger monitor. If I want to just get a bigger view, I can do that, and I can hook it up in my office or wherever I want to and do a Bluetooth Wi-Fi deal. A printer copier scanner. If you do have a home-based business that needs that kind of stuff, printers are very affordable nowadays. You can get one. I've got a nice triple color one up there. The ink, I swear the ink costs more than the whole printer. So just be careful and do a little bit of research. Do your research on them. It's actually wireless, so I can put it anywhere I want to, and I can print to it wirelessly, so I don't have to have it plugged up. I can actually leave it upstairs. I can turn it on if I need to print something from here. I can print it to upstairs without having to carry the printer around with me. I just have to make sure it's turned on and that it's Bluetooth connected to my deal. This is the next one I love, is my favorite, is have a good coffee pot. So let's see, where did we get here? We said one is have a space in your office, space in your house for your office, and set it up so that it's your space, and however you want to decorate it's fine. My office upstairs, I've got like a cafe high table, and I've got my bookcase, and I've got my backdrop behind it, and I've just got all my stuff, and I've got a port to plug all my stuff in. It's sort of, I built it. I built my own desk, so I actually used a butcher block top, and I built it and I put it up on a frame. But if you don't have the skills to build one, go buy one. You can find them. Desks are pretty inexpensive. You can find them at yard sales and anywhere. You can be a little bit creative how you want to make one. Then my bookshelf is an old door that I took, and I used some iron pipe and created a bookshelf and put some lights and stuff on it. So however you want to build your space out so it's you, so you feel good. So have an office space is one. Number two, set your business hours and let your family members know when you're working. Three, you may or may not need a website depending on what you're doing. And a real cool alternative to a website might be having a YouTube channel or something like that. Some people, I wouldn't recommend using Facebook as your website, because if people don't have a Facebook, they'd have to create an account to get in to see the information, whereas YouTube is a public domain. They don't have to have a YouTube channel. They don't have to have a YouTube account to access your channel. So you can put your information on a YouTube channel and actually use that as a website. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Holly. Hey, Daniel. Thanks for swinging by. I really appreciate you guys. So you can actually use the YouTube channel depending on what you want to do. I mean, if you're doing a lot of how-to educational type kind of stuff, then a YouTube channel, maybe you teach tax education or debt repair, or you're some kind of handyman guy or whatever it is. You could actually use a YouTube channel. Maybe you do a roofing repair and you could teach people how to fix a gutter or repair this or that, or maybe you do a appliance repair. I mean, that's a great deal where you can take your camera like this ring light. You can set up a tripod and you could do a how-to on maybe how to replace the gasket on a washing machine door, which I've done that before. So I just jumped into my head. If you're appliance repair, that would be a great YouTube video. Then of course you could have a link below it that says, hey, if you'd like to order this gasket, click the link, and it's an affiliate link to drive some revenue back to you from your how-to channel. So a lot of ways to generate revenue in your home-based business. And that one, you could actually do that in your business as a home-based business, not necessarily working from home, but as maybe an appliance repair guy that actually works out of his home and goes out and repairs people's appliances as an independent guy. Of course, having a laptop computer. So we said have a home office is one, set up business hours is two, have a website is three. Number four, have a laptop computer. Number five, a printer, copier, scanner, something you can print to. Number six, coffee pot, mandatory. So that's definitely my favorite spot there. Some type of bookkeeping software just to keep track of what you do money-wise, and however you do that. So Google, QuickBooks, or whatever works for you. That's going to be a good way to go. And then, of course, a checklist for end of the month, quarter, and year. And I always say you can't track what you don't measure. And if you don't track it, you don't know how many you do. So if you need to make a certain number of phone calls every day and you're not tracking those, you're going to feel like you're going to make 6 phone calls and feel like you made 50. Trust me, I do it every day. I'm like, man, I must have called 50 people. And I look at my track, I'm like, I've only called 6 people. It's because, there's a lot going on. So depending on what you do, if you got to send out emails or whatever, you track stuff. If you don't track it, you can't measure it. How many people did I prospect today? How many people did I follow up with today? How many accounts receivable? Whatever your deal is, you need to make sure that you have some kind of an organizational system, whatever that is for you, just organize. And it doesn't have to be fancy. It could be a file cabinet with files from top to bottom, left to right. It could be what do you call those, accordion files, whatever it is that you need to keep on track. Maybe a Ben Franklin planner, Franklin Covey planner, a Google Doc spreadsheet, or whatever it is that you need, you can have that. So that is the 8 that I have for you right now, along with all the cool gadgets. My favorite one, of course, is the ring light that I absolutely love. That definitely really appreciate having that in my life, because literally, I go on a trip, I put it in my bag, I take it with me. Very cool. It's been tough finding a dedicated space, adults, kids back home. Yeah, Joanne, it really is. And I don't have kids. I've got a dog and of course a wife, and we have our space depending on what we're doing. So sort of thank God we're empty nesters, which is neat. But on the same hand, it's like, and when I'm at home by myself, my dog is like, he's always like right here somewhere near. And of course he's snoring and farting and doing whatever he does while I'm working. But it's not a big deal. So what about closet space? If you have that, yep, you should use it. So closet space, absolutely. If you got closet space, an extra closet, you can put a file cabinet in the closet. Are you saying closet space for an office? I don't know if that's what you meant, babe. But you're not telling Joanne to go in the closet. You're supposed to tell people to come out of the closet. Anyway, that was a horrible joke. But yeah, maybe closet space that you can use for file cabinets and things like that, or maybe even set it up so you have a file cabinet, your printer, and all that stuff in for your office, and then you really just need your laptop and a space to sit down and park while you do your work. And of course, just have a private space for yourself, or a small desk or something in the corner of an extra room, or maybe if you have a larger bedroom, you could set up an office over in the corner. So it is actually very easy to work from home, but the biggest challenge that I've seen most people, what's that? Oh, she is saying closet space for an office. So if you have a larger closet, maybe you could use that as an office and clear it out. Of course, you wouldn't have any clothes in it. It would just be a larger closet that you could use as an office. I've even seen them where they have the built-ins. If you have room where you'd open up the closet door and your office sort of folds out, you can do everything. And then when you're done, you just close it up at the end of the day and close the doors. And it's like an office space inside a bedroom or something like that. So you can be very, very creative in how you create stuff. So if you like the remaining 8 tips on how to set up a business, how to set up your office space, shoot me a private message. I'll get those to you. If you're thinking about starting a business right now, and I don't even really want to say start a business. If you're looking for a way to work from home and earn some extra money today to now to right now would be the time to do it, because there's a lot of people out there that need it. If you're looking for something, you're not sure what it is, reach out to me. I've got an absolutely awesome business that I absolutely love, and we can teach you how to market, prospect, grow a team, make some money, and work from home all at the same time. We've got an absolutely awesome team that can help you do that. And then we'll teach you all that stuff. You want to hang around and continue to hang out with us and make money, that's cool. If not, you can take all the skills and go somewhere else and conquer the world. Won't hurt my feelings, as long as you promise to go out and make an impact. So my name is Forrest out in St. Louis. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing to do about it. If you want those 8 additional tips, shoot me a private message. I'll get those over to you. No more empty refrigerators. Go out and make an extreme impact. Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.